Hello FlashTube. So today is Friday the 6th of September and I had a super stressful week, and the week hasn't finished yet because despite it being Saturday I will be still working tomorrow. So I decided to film today, and I am going to I'm going to stitch on a very fitting pattern. So the pattern is here. Unfortunately, mock-up and so on don't show so well as the model picture. So this is this gorgeousness that is absolutely fitting. Live, Love, Lobotomy by the Witchy Stitcher. This is a pattern on her Patreon. I truly recommend the Patreon because the content is amazing, the community is amazing. So if you are into this kind of stuff, it's something for you. And yeah, so definitely on top of everything, I decided that stitching a pattern on black aida is going to be a good idea. So let's see how's that going to be, and let's see where is my ability to count to 10. So yeah, all the fun stuff, but at least I am stitching that this time. Oh god, I need to do the loop start on the front because otherwise I won't be able to grab anything. But at least this is on 16 count aida, so it is doing not that terribly for my eyes. So yay, the first part is in, and now let's try to continue. So why such a terrible week? So I am working in industry where everything is basically so you cannot predict when like the busy part of the year is truly going to happen, apart from September. The 1st of September is just like as if all my clients decided to not go with the green day and not wait to be woken up when September ends. And from the beginning of September I have lots of projects. Unfortunately, usually like the second week of September is also the time when I take my holidays. So the first weeks of September are completely crazy for me. So I know that this is kind of my choice as well, and I should be prepared for that, but I never am. And also it seems that despite knowing their own companies and everything, my clients as well are not prepared for that every year. So we can just like high five each other because it's always super stressful. But at least I'm going to accrue quite some overtime, so that's good. That's going to be like taken later as a time off, as this is according with my company's policies. So it is not, let's hope that it's not going to be that bad. So yeah, it's a lot, and it's just like I spent the whole week basically working with Excel. And if you know me, you know that me and Excel, we are not the best of friends. Excel loves dying on me. And nobody knows why. I already had a few IT specialists checking what is happening. I had stuff installed, reinstalled, deinstalled, uninstalled, with all the extra updates and whatever happening. Nope, it is still happening. So, oh well, just my life. But as I needed to work on, let me just like split my thread so it goes back to lying nicely. So as I needed to work with a couple of them, the frustration was super high. There was one document that started with over I think it was 110,000 entries that I needed to clean. And unfortunately, due to a couple of things, that was something that was done manually. So it's a document that I spent almost the whole week on. So yay me, all the fun. Definitely one thing you can say about me, your girl knows how to party. Spending like 15, no, that was more, because I was working also on some other reports. So I spent about, out of my 40 hours week plus overtime, I spent about 25 hours with Excel. So I am tempted to just high five myself with a chair overhead at the moment. But still, tomorrow is a new day and a new Excel spreadsheet, so yay. But at least I have my stitching, so definitely something that keeps me sane. Plus, this pattern is really something that I want to have over my desk as soon as possible. If you love the live, love, love thing, good for you. I absolutely hate it. I don't know what it triggers in me, but each time when I see like a piece of decor with that, just like it gives me a bit of shivers. I don't know if that's like the what was this movie that made everyone wanting to go to Italy? Eat, Pray, Love. Eat, Pray, Love. Eat, Love, Pray. One of those. I tried the book. I tried the movie. I didn't last even like 10% of both, because they were just like with this kind of positivity. I don't know. It wasn't good for me, and it still isn't. So I think that anything that is this kind of, I don't know, slogans, you can say, with 3 words: eat, pray, love, live, love, love. Just like, no. I am your feral girl. I eat, I love, I laugh, but I don't need to do that in this specific clusters of words / actions. So each time when I just like heard live, love in my brain, I was always adding lobotomy. So I have a feeling that the witch's teacher, she was just in my head. Oh, and the witch's teacher, oh my god, something that made me laugh so hard, because I was just like, some of you know that I try to journal regularly, and I was actually writing about this pattern in my journal. Jesus, let me like check one thing, because I suddenly started being afraid that I don't have enough space for the other bits. No, it should be here. Okay, maybe I didn't leave like the very big margin, but I think that it should be okay for my needs. Good. Just like I started from the frame instead of like this frilly things around. But yeah, I think that I have enough of a margin. Let me just quickly check. It's like, yeah. Is this enough? I don't know now. I don't know. Let me pause here, and I am going to check what I've done and what I can do, because just like this is, whoa. Okay. So hello again. Welcome to this complete disaster as is this week. It is now over 24 hours since the first part of this video. As you can see, I picked everything out. Also, the fabric looks absolutely terrible at the moment, because when I was unpicking the stitches, I noticed that the thread was super fluffed, and it was just like the fabric was so ridiculously stiff. Usually I don't mind that when I work with aida, because it's just like I know that if I'm going to work with that, it's going to get softer with time. However, with this one, especially that this is not a full coverage piece, so I decided after unpicking that I'm just going to give it soak in a bit of warm water with a tiny bit of laundry detergent, and then just like hang it to dry, and it worked. It's not so stiff, it's still just like not perfect, but definitely it's more pliable, because yesterday it could just like basically stand on its own. Yeah, and basically also I decided to change the spot and get back to stitching at my desk, because I think that it can be helpful, as I have all the fluffs from the fabric. I decided that as I have the light colored desk, it's going to help also with stitching on black Aida, because it's going to also help a bit from the behind. So yeah, Leave Love Lobotomy, I think, is an absolutely perfect pattern for this week, because it is Saturday. I worked a lot today, and didn't even manage to do everything that I wanted, but I at least managed to do 75% of what I planned to do. I know that it sounds a bit strange this way, but I knew that I am going to have some things to do. So I just like had 3 things to do, and I decided that if I am able to do 2 of them, my life as of Monday is going to be much easier. And I managed to do 1 and a bit, so it's not bad. No, 1 and over a half. 1 and over a half, so it wasn't that terrible. So that was good. But yeah, just like after such a week, getting up again on Saturday at 7, and then working for, I worked 7 hours today. And I know that for people who are just like doing 12-hour shifts and so on, it doesn't feel so much, but it's just like, for me, when I am concentrating so much on tasks that require, especially just like working with Excel and so on, and it is for a few hours, my brain is just like, girl, now I'm going to refuse to work at all. And as I know my brain, it's not the most reliable worker in general. So when it refuses to work, it's just like, it's fun for everyone involved. Okay, so as you can see, this time I'm doing like a huge margin on all sides, because I'm also accounting on this fabric. It's just like, it's fraying so much, but I was just like, if I need to serge it, I will never start this pattern, and I really need to start this pattern because I need it in my life. So yeah, that's the thing. If you hear, yeah, so one of the cats just decided to sing me the song of her people. I don't know if you can hear that. I have no idea what's happening. We just before I started filming, they got food, they got cuddles. So I think that, can you hear that? She's usually the quiet one, and now it's just like the drama queen, of course, when I'm filming. So yay. And if you hear also some other screams that sound more like human, it's outside the window. So for the whole week, a neighbor, like a house close to ours, he was doing construction. So I was just like going completely crazy because I'm working from home and it was hot, but I needed to work all the time, even if the weather was just like a bit milder. I needed to work with my windows closed because they were using some heavy machinery and so on, and it was super loud. So today, as this is Saturday, they decided to throw a party outside. So yeah, and there are children that a moment ago were having like a water balloon fight. So, but I decided that if I am not filming now, it won't happen this week, and I really want to post that on Monday as I promised, because I am getting such an amazing feedback from you, and it's so cool to know that you're truly stitching with me. So tell me what you're stitching on. Or are you just chilling? I don't mind either. I would chill as well, but it's just like I truly need to stab something thousands of times to feel a bit more alive, because I am at the moment, I'm just like dead. So I was just checking my time tracking account today, and I have accrued over 35 hours so far, and I know that next week is going to be also heavy with that, but then I am hoping that I will be able again to take it as a full week off. That would be amazing. I would like to use it after we are back from holidays and so on. I would like to visit my parents in the UK, so that would be good to have something that I can use and just spend time with them without working when I'm just there. That is really something that I like, or at least just like, you know, work for a week, half days. So starting at 8, finishing at 12. This is also something cool. Good, so I did some stitching in a row. Now we're just going to get down here, but let me just count how many stitches we managed to do so far. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Good. So let me just mark it on the pattern. 28. That's a good start. The pattern altogether has a bit over 4,000 stitches, so... Oh, excuse me, my baby, come. Now you definitely hear her. I don't know if she's going to come here. I think that she found some... She loves playing with like the shop receipts. And I think that she just found something because I heard something like rustling around. So probably she just has it somewhere there, and I would need to throw it. But unfortunately, the spatial awareness of my cats leaves a lot to wish for, because sometimes they're just like coming to you, they're entering the room, they're dropping the toy. The toy is like 3 meters from you, and then they just like start staring at you and sometimes screaming at you that you need to take the toy and throw it, because of course I am living in a dictatorship and I am ruled by 2 cats. And usually we often do that, but not always. But still, I can see why there's an air of expectation when the toy is just like in the other corner of the room. The receipt. But of course, as with all the cats, the best toy is the receipt for the toy and the box the toy came with. I actually, this is something that makes me laugh every day, because it's been a moment already. So I ordered myself this new phone holder for stitching with me. So it's just like, it's super, it was really cheap. I can attach that basically whatever I want, and it holds. So if I don't just like, you know, completely bump into my phone or this holder, it's going to stay stable. So this is perfection. But it's one of these goosenecks ones with a clamp, and it arrived in a box that is just like, it's maybe like this size. Peppa decided that this is absolutely a Peppa-sized box, and she keeps sleeping in that. And I'm just going to insert a picture here what's happening and what positions are just like there, because it's, yeah. She looks, when she's just like in this box, because it's not like very high box, it's just like maybe like that. So she looks like a very overdone muffin, or a like perfect souffle in that, because all the fluff is just like on top and all around. So it's, I am laughing so hard, but she can just like sleep 4 hours in that. And each time when I look at this box and I see that this box is still alive, let's say, kind of, yeah, we can say so, I just like look at this box and just keep saying to myself that I would like to have the strength and the endurance of this specific box in my life, because it seems very much unbreakable. It's a normal cardboard, it's not even like super heavy duty cardboard, so this is the thing. But it's just like, she's hilarious in that. So yeah, boxes, cats and boxes. Okay, but I really think that if I am going to stitch on black with some smaller things, I'm going to go with 16 count, because it's much easier. I am doing the, also from the Witch's Stitcher, I am doing the Nostalgic Tarot, and I'm doing that on 18 count, and the difference is huge. The difference is really huge. And on 16, as I'm stitching with CXC, and especially that this is not full coverage, I think that it's going to be perfect. So yeah. And how is your weekend going? Oh yeah, you're going to watch that on Monday, so you probably are going to not remember anymore what weekend is. Jesus. I apologize to all the English purists for my inability sometimes to stick to long and short vowels, because I know the difference and I can do the difference, but when I start speaking faster, it just doesn't exist. But you should hear me in German trying to get the difference between, I'm so sorry, and this is exactly about bumping the phone. You should hear me trying to get the difference between normal O and O umlaut, so O like you, and U umlaut. There is a difference, and I can even hear that, kind of, but I am just unable to repeat that. Sometimes it works, but this is also like with the sandy the sandy area near to the sea and other words. It can also be a bit funny with the difference in German, so, but hey ho, both are not my first language, so I'm okay with that. Do I want to count it this way now? I think that I need to buy myself this like stitching pins or something, so I can just like put that, because do you grid black aida? And if you do, what do you use? Because let me just grab it. I got myself like one of these wattle. It's a water soluble. So a water soluble pens. I have just like a set in different colors and so on. And I heard that they are just like super good on black fabric, but so far I didn't manage to get anything from that. Just like, you know, if you go over that like millions of times maybe, and just like, as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, just like you have like this shiny thing, but I don't know, because just like at the moment just like counting everything, but maybe at least I can try to do like a marker. It's just wet, so no. Maybe some other color could work on that. Sorry, now you have just like at my desk, and at the moment the setup is very funky, so I'm just, yeah, you can see that it's a bit of greenish, but it doesn't work. Okay, doesn't matter. I will be counting, my lovely people, and now you can see my ability or lack of ability to count to 10. So let's see. I'm counting, this one is marked already, so I'm counting only the ones that are below this one, and I'm just saying that for the accountability and to remember what is happening. So yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 23. Perfect. So 23. So I have 7 here. 7. Then I have 10. So 17. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 23. Perfect. Whoa! I did 51 stitches and it's already 1.25%. Whoo! I like this kind of buttons. And just like with my massive full coverages, it's just like sometimes when you look at that, it's just like, oh, this is so good. And I'm wondering if I want to go this way or this way. Decisions. I'm terrible with decisions, so. Or shall I just like change the color and just start getting here, so I will have like another point where I can just check my stitches too. Ooh, maybe that wouldn't be such a bad idea. But it's white. I'm not sure if I'm ready to stitch with white now. Ooh, people. This is some heavy stuff with all these decisions. But okay, no, I'm continuing with my gorgeous 535. Just need to decide where I need to go. My needle minder for stitch puzzle. It's just like stitch puzzle is happening soon and I'm not going to be there. Boo! But to everyone who is going to attend stitch puzzle, please, please, please hug each other from me and have amazing, amazing time. I will be in Ireland then, enjoying the green, all the green. I really need that. I think that my brain really needs to be in this kind of climate. I have a good rain jacket at the moment. I have absolutely no rain or trekking / hiking shoes because, as I was once told in a shoe store, nobody makes shoes for my feet. Yay, fantastic. I love being unique, but maybe not necessarily in this way. Oh well, what can we do? It's just like, it's such a pain in the ass for me to, sorry for the word, it's such a pain in the butt for me to find shoes that fit, because I have wide feet and I have really wide feet, and it was when I was learning to walk, I decided in my super genius brain from the very beginning that I am going to tippy-toe everywhere. And as it was late, and of course everyone thought that it was adorable, so nobody tried to correct me or whatever. So unfortunately, my at that time still super soft bone structure decided that we're going to have my toes pretty like spread. So wide feet, and I was also graced with extremely high front. So like the top of my foot is like very high, So there are shoes for wide feet and there are shoes for this like high, it's not insole, it's the upper sole. I have no idea how to what it's called in English, but there are no shoes that would address both of these problems. So yeah, I was told that nobody makes shoes for feet like mine. Yay. Actually, at the moment I found like one company that makes shoes for people with diabetes, and they make sneakers, and sneakers, they look okay, they don't look like any kind of diabetic shoes and so on, so this is acceptable. However, it's just like the top is made of mostly of mesh, and basically it's like exactly one shape and a whopping amount of 4 colors. So if I say that I don't have a huge choice in shoes in general, this is what I'm talking about. 1 style, 4 colors. Basically, if I get shoes that kind of accommodate my high foot, they are totally going to butcher my pinky toes. So unfortunately I needed to learn to live with that. So with new shoes, like for example winter shoes and so on, a few first times I straight away just like start with plasters and so on. But recently I was just actually laughing. But wait, let me just count it, because I started talking, I wanted to count, that's why I was just like moving my hoop again, because here it's just like it's kind of jumping to another part of the pattern. So I need to count if I definitely have the amount of stitches that I need to have. So give me a second, let's count together. Maybe if we count together I will be sure that I don't make any mistakes. So this time I'm going to start with the first one. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. So 8, 18, 28, 30. Perfect. We managed to do that. So yeah, recently I just started laughing because it just like it's super annoying when, you know, I really would like to like have proper hiking shoes. I live very close to the Alps and so on, but I still need to rely on my sneakers only when we are just going for like day trips and so on, and not, unfortunately you are also limited because of that with like the routes that we are choosing and so on, because I would not want to just like put myself or anyone in danger because I have crappy shoes. I am not a person who are going to just like go somewhere in sandals. Oh, I saw people just like doing hiking in sandals, and I saw how much they suffered. So yeah, this is pretty annoying. But recently I just started laughing because I was complaining about my shoes so much that I was just telling to my boyfriend that I need to finally just like find a doctor who, without medical reason behind it, will agree to remove my pinky toes. So at least I won't be limited by the width of my feet when trying to find shoes. And then I just like started laughing that already my feet probably would hit some kind of niche on the fetish feet websites. So if I had my pinky toes removed, that's going to be like a completely new story, and I can just like make so much money on that. So it's just like he basically just started howling when hearing my idea, and I was even talking about that with my therapist, and she was just like, yeah, he's laughing, and then he's going to just appreciate the idea once you buy your house and so on. So My therapist is amazing. We're laughing so hard about it. But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen in the future? Yeah, basically, recently, I was just like, no matter what, I am absolutely terrible, and I am the queen of self-deprecating jokes. I'm much better now, but it's not that they do not appear in my head. I just not necessarily always say them aloud. But there was just like one moment. But wait a second first. I have an idea, because it's just like it's getting darker outside, so I also start having some issues with seeing from the bottom. Maybe it's just like if I move the fabric, it would be easy if that's still on top of everything. But I think that I can just like grab, I have like a flat LED lamp that I can just like put underneath. That could help even better. So watch this space. I'll be back in a second. So I am back, and I think that it may be working. I hope that this is not too annoying for you to have that like underneath. So yeah, as I was saying, I am the queen of self-deprecating humor, and recently it was funny, but it was also like kind of bitter, because I was just thinking about how my body is like built and so on, and I just like started listing. So just like, yeah, I have issues with shoes, I have issues with trousers, because of course we hear about thunder thighs, but nobody is telling you about thunder thighs and thunder calves. So then it just like I am laughing that when I was created, somebody just like took a tree trunk, they just like cut it straight, looked at it, and decided that, yeah, the work here is done. Because when you look at me from the front, they're just like, yeah, shapes are not existing so much in there. So I was like laughing, yeah, okay, so it's just like I cannot get shoes, but at least I can. I was like, no, I cannot get like trousers, what I want. But at least, no, I cannot also get tops, because it's just usually I have like also pretty massive like arms and so on. And I don't know what is with clothes designers and so on, but very often, even with the oversized clothes, you have just like, you know, the body of the thing is just like oversized and so on, and then you have just like this teeny tiny sleeves and so on. So yeah, this is also a problem. So it's just like, no, so top as well not. Then I was just like, but at least I can. And I was just like, I cannot even just like get hats, because I have pretty big head. And if you look at the hats that say one size fits all, no. One size is usually up to 57 or 60 centimeters. Guess whose head circumference is 62? So also not that. And then I was just like, okay, but at least I can buy gloves without problem. And I started laughing so hard, because unfortunately this is the story of my life. So yeah, it's just like, this is I know that it may seem super shallow, but my biggest dream in life is to go to the shop and actually buy clothes, try them on, see that they fit, and pay and go home. This is just like, very simple. Seems very simple, but believe me, it is not. Usually with the fit, I go to the shop, I try clothes on, I have a fit because they do not fit, and then I go home. I hate shopping for clothes. And recently I had just like, one extra experience that it just like, and yeah, that was also this week, so everything is happening this week. Let me just like count again. 9, 12, 13, and I need one more. So as if you watched my previous Stitch With Me videos, the second one, you know that on top of everything that is happening with me, my body, and so on, I got also diagnosed with eating disorder, with binge eating disorder, and definitely I am lucky because with ADHD medication it is a bit better. It's, I don't know how everything that is working together and so on, but definitely it's just like binges that were happening very often. Now it's like a teeny tiny percentage of what that was in the past, but still it happens. It happens, and it's pretty difficult. And also because of all the meds that I'm on and other issues, I'm fat. And yeah, now I definitely hear all of you gasped, because it's just like, no, you are not, you're beautiful. It's just like, never said, but I'm ugly, I'm fat. And yeah, I'm not afraid of this word, but it's just like, I don't like this word. And unfortunately, this is also one of these things that it has been bothering me for a very long time, and I would like to do something with that, but because of like some hormonal issues and some medication and so on, at the moment, as you know, I just like started with like regular physical activity and going to the gym, working with a personal trainer and so on, and nothing. I have been at my gym for 3 months now, and basically my weight shows nothing. I feel definitely better in terms of my condition and like endurance with the physical activity and so on, so that's definitely cool. But I would like to just like also see some differences with my body, because of course you can say that you can be fit and healthy at every weight, at every size, but yeah, let's not pretend if you thought people are looking at you in a bit different way. And still we live in a society that associates your weight with your character. So very often when you are overweight, you are considered lazy, not strong-willed. There is definitely some kind of character failure in you, because nobody ever takes into consideration that there may be any other factors. And I don't know if that's the same for men, but for women definitely it's just like more difficult. I had a situation, it was like, I don't know, 2 months ago, I think, maybe a bit, yeah, about 2 months ago. I went to a dermatologist because I suffer from like a skin condition that is called granuloma annulare. If you want, you can Google that, but no, just like it's not like super severe, I would say, because it is still in the parts of my body that are usually not showing so much. And the thing with that is that nobody fully knows what causes that. And definitely nobody knows how to treat that it's effective. It is said that usually granuloma annulare goes away on its own after 2 years from like appearing for the first time. I've lived with mine for 10 years already. So yay. We were celebrating our 10th anniversary in April. Whoop whoop. And from time to time, when I just like, I am at the dermatologist, my stitches are ugly here. Oh well. Sorry, just like I hope that I didn't blind you. So when I'm at the dermatologist, I ask them if there are just like any new treatments or anything, just to know. It's, I keep checking that anyways over the internet and so on, just to see if anyone mentions anything, but so far nothing. And like 2 months ago, I went to a new dermatologist, basically in Germany. Finding a spot at the dermatologist is just like, it's a nightmare. It's a complete nightmare. So I found one that is like an hour away from me, and oh my god, my stitches are really ugly here. Can you see it? Like here. Ugh. But I think that this is always stitching with lighter colors on black. So I was just like really excited because I started having some other issues. It's just like I have hormonal acne that is, again, it's not super severe. However, from time to time it's so ridiculously painful, and it's in a place that, because it's just like below my jawline, so it's just more on the neck, and it's in a place that is kind of moving and with like t-shirts and something, so if it happens and something touches that, it's just so super annoying. So I was just like, yeah, I'm going to go and ask him. And yeah, just as I was already there, decided to ask about possible new treatments for granuloma annulare. And this guy was just like, yeah, so I don't know if there are like any treatments. I can just like give you like a referral to a clinic in Munich, so we can just go there and check. But basically with your diabetes. And I was just like, but I don't have diabetes. He looked at me. No? Just like, no. I had my blood tests done like a month before, and everything is not even normal. It's just like perfectly fine. Oh. And then we were just like talking, and he was just like, yeah, you know, because with diabetes. And I was just like, but I don't have diabetes. Oh, are you sure? It's just like, yeah, I am sure. I am fat, but I don't have diabetes. I know that granuloma annulare in general, one of the things that it is expected can have connection with is diabetes. So I can understand to some extent his approach here, but he didn't ask me about anything, about my health, about anything. He just assumed because I am fat. And then he just like gave me this referral to this clinic. And when I looked at the referral, of course, like granuloma was mentioned and so on, but he diagnosed me with obesity. And I was just like, I am at the bloody skin doctor. I am at the skin doctor. And he didn't ask me about like anything. And I know what my condition is caused by, because when it started, I lived in the UK and I was staying in a place for a moment that unfortunately had bed bugs. And granuloma annulare, it can be connected with some other conditions, but very often, because this is autoimmune, it's the autoimmune condition, blah blah blah, something I don't remember, but basically it can be triggered by bites, by bug bites. And that was exactly what happened. So I had like a few bites on my body, and basically within a month the first spot started. So yeah, if he even wanted to ask me, I would tell him, but he preferred to assume that it is connected with my weight, and he assumed that I have diabetes, which I had like proof that I don't. So I left the place crying, because not only I didn't get the help that I needed, because basically my hormonal acne was almost completely ignored. Just like he was so concentrating on my diabetes that does not exist, that he gave me some strange antibiotic, which basically I am not sure how much it can help with hormonal acne, but hey ho, doctors. And yeah, when all these nerves and so on like went down a bit. I was talking to some girlfriends and they were laughing that, yeah, if I just like started protesting, I would definitely get diagnosed with being a woman, because why not? So yeah, and just like getting back to that, so this is one of the things that really bothered me, and I really wanted to do something about that, but apparently it's not working. And for example, if I do not massively restrict calories, or don't do like keto diet, that's with, unfortunately, like binge eating. I felt amazing on keto, but it's just like, the thing is that with binge eating still happening from time to time, it is not sustainable fully. So if I don't do this or that, my weight doesn't change. It moves like by 200 grams up and down, but you cannot actually see the connection, why the loss happened or why the gain happened, because I can have like a crappy day and the next day I'm going to be like 200 grams lighter, and then I can have like an amazing day. Amazing, quote unquote. No food should be labeled bad or good. No, good yes, but bad no. Yeah, after a good day I can have like a gain, and I know that this is just like water and so on, and this kind of fluctuations. But yeah, it just shows that I am in a state of permanent plateau and nothing is happening. So I just started reading more into like medical support with things, and I started looking into this GLP-1 hormone, and lots of people were saying that it helps amazingly for their binge eating disorder. So of course I was just like, at the beginning I was thinking, oh my god, no, I'm just like, no injections for the weight loss, it's cheating. But then I was just like, how can I just like bloody even think so? It's not cheating, it's medicine in general. It's just like, it evolves and we can get help for all the things that we suffer from and so on, so why not? So I decided to contact a obesity clinic and ask them about that. And I had my call, and we just started talking, super nice people and so on. But when I just mentioned that I have BD, they were just like, we are very sorry, but it is like kind of something that counters that, and we won't feel very comfortable with prescribing that. So I was just like, hell yeah, fantastic. I am just like looking for help for that. I do understand what they are, just like where they are coming from, especially that this is like, I don't know how to pronounce this medicine's name. It's Wegovy. It's similar to Ozempic, but this is especially for like weight loss. So I understand where they come from, especially that these injections are not covered by insurance, so you need to pay out of your own pocket and so on. So they kind of don't want to prescribe something that when people with like eating disorders, their brains can be so strong that they can just kind of override the injection and so on. So I understand that, but on the other hand, it was just like, this is what I was looking for help for. So yeah, they just told me to just try to address that first, and then think about that, about like getting the injections and so on, and contacting them again. So this is what I will definitely do. And on Monday evening, I'm going to have my first session with a nutritional therapist. So let's see what's that going to happen. But you know, it's just like you are searching for help for everything and so on, and one of the conditions that you think that can also be addressed through that actually tells you that you cannot do that. So yeah, that's not easy, but I'm hopeful, and I'm really looking forward to speak to this therapist and so on. So basically I was searching here in Germany and it was impossible to find one, so I just decided that I'm going to do the same as I'm doing with my regular therapist. So I'm just going to check online and maybe check in Poland, because as you know, Polish is my first language, so that could also be easy. And anyways, it's just like I need to pay out of my own pocket for therapy for that, so why not search somewhere else. Yeah, so keep your fingers crossed Monday evening that I click with the therapist, because I know how important that is, and that we can start working on that, and I can finally have also some other things addressed and so on. I did not expect that this is going to turn into, again, a very, very vulnerable session with you. But we did well. I stitched 143 stitches, and we are at a bit over 3.5%, so yay us. I absolutely hate my stitches on that. They look absolutely dreadful. They are super uneven and so on. But I think that this is always with stitching on with lighter thread. Let me just now I need something behind that. Let me just turn off this light that I had extra so it's not disturbing us. Oh yeah, now it's better. So as you can see, we're just going pretty well with the frame, and here, just with a couple of stitches here, the frame is going to be ended. So it's really not a big pattern, because this is here and then it's just going to be like that, and I'm super excited. So I truly hope that I will be able to finish that, but let's see how it goes with this fabric. It's just it's so stiff, and it's, my thread definitely misbehaves here, so whoopsie. Let's see how it goes. But okay, thank you so much for your patience with me and for spending time with me and listening to my stories. I absolutely love doing this Stitch With Me Chronicles, so I hope that next week I will be able to come back with something more something more uplifting, and I'm going to give you updates on the my first therapy session and so on. So yeah, keep your fingers crossed, and I really hope that you are having at the moment a perfect stitchy weekend, and that your Monday starts really, really nice. So have an amazing time of the day you are at the moment, and I hope that you manage to have a lot of stitchy time. Thank you so much for being here with me. Love you all. Happy stitching.